divorce is very hard, right, for a lot of people in the community. Miles Monroe even said that divorce can be worse than physical death, right? If you think about it, because that person, even though you may divorce them, they keep resurrecting somewhere else in a grocery store. If you live in the same city, you keep seeing that person, right? So it's almost kind of hard to get closure on that situation.
Yeah. I mean, because everything has to change once you get divorced.
Right.
You're separating things that you did together. You have to learn how to live on your own again.
Right.
It's a huge transition. It's very hard. So while we're talking about death, comparing divorce to death, it's because there's a lot of grief associated with it, right? So I want to ask, what was the grieving process for you after divorce? What did that look like for you?
I went through therapy, had a lot of people praying for me. I really, really dug into my community. What I mean by that, I really immersed myself in my community. My coping skills, I really kind of multiplied them because I knew divorce causes so much emotional withdrawal that I had to kind of double up on my self-care. So that's kind of how I dealt with it, because I had to keep a certain baseline. Also, being a therapist, I had to show up for my clients. So it was every day of continual prayer, really leaning on my community, having conversations with people, and really being intentional about self-care and my coping skills.
That's good.
What was your grieving process like after divorce?
Oh, I didn't grieve for a while. I think I just went straight into survival mode. And I'm like, I got these kids. I got to figure out how to go from dual income household to single income household. And so I had to rearrange bills and keep a roof over our heads. And I just went into survival mode and kind of coped with things by hanging out. And I was not focused on my healing. I did not go to therapy. I mean, I talked to people. I had friends to talk to, but at the time, I was just in survival mode.
Wow.
And then once I got to a place where I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna listen now. Then I went to therapy. Then I started really doing the work and everything like that. Because like you said, you're a therapist. I was working with clients as well, and I needed to get myself together. But immediately, my first reaction was survival mode. I got to do what I got to do to take care of everything, make sure everything's straight. And then I focus on healing.
Which makes sense, Tiffany, because when it comes to the grieving process, it's not fun.
No.
And it's also uncomfortable. So a lot of times we may suppress it. And I'm glad, like you said, you listened to God and you were able to focus and intentionally grieve, which that is important. Grief is not something you can actually circumvent or go around. You have to go through grief. You have to go through it and process it. So I'm glad you actually came back and said, all right, Lord, I'm going to get through this and I'm going to go through it with you.
Yeah, it changed my life.
Yes.